Well, hello everybody. We'll wait till some people come on. We're just chatting today for a little bit. I am going to go on some adventures later on and check out the mountains that are, you can kind of see them towards the left. We're going to be doing a little bit of that later on today. Trying to figure out the food bank situation, see how we can get help through that if we can. Biggest problem is we don't like a lot of foods you have to cook, and we don't even have a pan. I do have a burner, but I gotta get a pot and a pan still for it. And we have nowhere to keep anything cool, so I need to get a cooler of some sort, and then that takes ice and all that. And we pretty much blew through all of our funds coming here, and of course the van breaking down right at the end. Luckily, I mean, we're blessed for where it broke down because it could have been a whole lot worse. We broke down at right, like 30 miles outside of here, but it was right by a truck stop. So luckily, I mean, I was able to pull off. I seen the belt broke. We were able to get a little bit of help to come up with the money for the part and the belt. That was amazing. So we are here. She's in training right now because she's going to be doing some work in Santa Fe, but she's got to do this training course. The only thing that stinks about that is there's a week worth of training and they don't pay you for it, but you got to take this class for 5 days, and then we can go out to Santa Fe and start earning money that way. And also, we're going to be, I'm going to be advertising once we get out that way or whatnot. So it's going to be, decent over there once we get started. But trying to figure out everything is a little stressful. But I'm just glad the van's running. We're pretty low on fuel with my calculations, if they're right. We really can't drive too much around. Because we were supposed to be able to, have a few bucks to put fuel in the car when we got back here, but unfortunately we weren't able to do that. It cost a little bit more than I thought. This thing does eat up a lot of fuel, but we did get here safe. She's in training right now. She's going to be out at 3 Mountain Time, so we might take a little hike in the mountains and go live when we do that, just to check some stuff out for like an hour or so. Be a nice little different break from stuff. I might even do some live streaming the protest tonight, so stay tuned for that. We haven't done that in a little while, so we'll see what's going on over there. It's a Monday night, so if it's not doing anything crazy, then we probably won't, but we might check it out a little bit later on tonight, see what's going on. Pretty much right now I'm just coming up with ideas and thinking of ways to of what we're going to do with the channel. A lot of it's going to be in Los Alamos. We're going to be checking out a lot of sites over there. We need we're going to do some metal detecting and some gold searching and some gem finding and all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm going to also be, like I said, I'm going to be working on, I have all my tools for painting here. So I'm going to start advertising for that as soon as we get to Santa Fe. I'll probably start a few days earlier, but I just don't want to start too early where they're going to want it done right away, and I'm not going to be there. But I am going to build up my presence there. I do have a Facebook page for my painting, so that's all going to be linked over to groups in Santa Fe and all that. I have some of my before and after pictures or whatnot of stuff I have done. Gotta get to work as soon as I can. Basically right now, like I said, we're just kind of in a little rough spot. The next 3 weeks are going to be pretty difficult until we get, she gets her first paycheck, and then I start, if I can land a few painting jobs in between then. So like right now, any donations will be going towards food, shelter, yada, yada, yada. We do have the van. It's going to be warm for the next 3 days. I'm going to get a cold front coming through. Still warmer than Maine. Definitely happy to be out here. There's going to be a lot of opportunities out here. She's a brilliant person, so she's going to be doing this temporary job for a little bit, and then while she's working on getting into her research stuff, which we won't go into. That's her personal stuff, but she's a very, very smart lady and has a bright future, and I'm proud to be around her. It's now we just got to figure out the next 3 weeks and try to make things happen, but regardless, everything's going to be okay. And definitely glad we made it. It was the tensioner pulley that it froze up the bearings, and it's got a bearing system. It just basically spins on a wheel, helps the belt stay on track or whatnot. It does really nothing besides keep the belt on. Luckily it wasn't an important component, but it did break the belts. We don't have AC now because it takes 2 belts, and they wanted too much for both belts. I only could get help with the one belt and the tensioner pulley itself. I changed that out yesterday. I never really worked on these vans before, but it's a pretty easy job. Just had to remove a few things. The hardest part was putting the belt back on, because, oh my God, it's just such a tight area. But I got everything back on the road. Like I said, she's in class right now. We're going to be here till Friday, then we're going to Santa Fe. She's not, like I said, the next 3 weeks is pretty much going to be a struggle. After that, we're going to be pretty good. I'm going to, and as soon as I get to Santa Fe, I'm going to start working on my regular work too, and trying to get some painting jobs. Pretty good at what I do, so it shouldn't be too hard for me, and I've got a good portfolio and a lot of good recommendations. But we're also, like I said, later on today, we're going to go to the mountains. You can kind of see them a little bit beside me. There's a little park over there where they got trails and stuff like that. We'll go check that out today. I'll probably go live during that. And then from there, we're going to probably do some protest coverage tonight. I'm going to probably do, I don't know, if anything's going on. That's not a guarantee, but if not, I'll still make another video or something like that tonight as well. Try to keep the videos going so we can get our hours in. Right now, we're roughly we need about a little less than 2,000 hours left, so even just these videos alone help. So we appreciate everybody that tunes in and all that. Like and share, subscribe, and all that. And if you guys wish to help support the channel and this next 3 weeks, which are going to be pretty rough, my links are in the description. But like I said, for right now, we're just pretty much right now. I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna eat and all that. I'm got to get a hold of these food bags. I'm waiting to hear back from them, and try to eat something at least. And because we didn't get to eat last night or yesterday really at all. We had a few snacks or whatever during the rest of the drive, but we pretty much ran out of food and fuel and all that. It's been a little bit stressful, but you know what? We made it here. We're blessed, and it could have been a whole lot worse. We could have broke that belt out in the middle of the desert where there's nobody around to help. Luckily, there was somebody to help, and we made it. So for right now, there's not a whole lot going on, but I'm going to make a little video, update everybody. I will be going live today. Like I said, you can see the mountains towards the left. They have a beautiful park over there and some nice trails and all that. And I'd like to take you guys along on a little trip. We'll do that a little later on. But for now, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go live for a minute and tell you guys what's going on, so everybody, who followed along the trip knows where we're at. And she gets out at 3 o'clock Mountain Time, so we're gonna, go from there. And like I said, we'll probably hit the park at some point and watch the sunset, and go live with that, and maybe do some protests tonight if anything's happening. We'll probably watch Tommy if he goes live tonight. Just because it's been a little while, and then we'll cover the bigger, like I said, mostly weekends and bigger events, but it's been a little while, so we'll get a little protest and see what's going on, if they're going on. Also see if there's anything else going on with the protests across the United States. Just got to be careful of whose feeds we use. Don't want another strike. But I will be loading this up as a video as well, just in case anybody who hasn't seen it, who couldn't make it live. And we will come back a little later. Like I said, she gets out at 3. I might even take a walk out later before she gets out and do some short videos of just some things that are around here. But this is Albuquerque, and we will be showing you guys throughout the week of what's around here until we head out to Santa Fe and Los Alamos, the home of the nuclear bomb. So it's going to be some interesting stuff coming up, and I hope you guys will stay tuned. And I appreciate you all, and thank you. And make sure you like and subscribe and donate if you can. And there we go.